Export-import practical. Learn from real entrepreneurs. Topic: 25 Export-import business opportunities for Indians. A lot of people from India and Asia are considering starting their own import-export business. But what are some of the greatest import-export business opportunities now? What kinds of goods are exported from India? What is great import-export in India? Because the success of the export business depends highly on choosing the right product category what to deal with. Some of the following export-import business opportunities even allow starting an export-import business from home. 1. Organic chemicals. India is rich in minerals and natural resources, and that is just one reason why India is a big producer of different types of chemicals, mostly organic chemicals like acids. Europe is the big importer and consumer of different types of organic chemicals. The European Union itself is not a big producer of organic chemicals because of the strict environmental norms. Secondly, the EU is a too expensive place for producing easy and base chemicals. The European Union is importing cheap organic chemicals and process them further. So, there is a big demand for organic chemicals in EU. Historically, the main supplier has been China. 2. Garment and textile. Garment and textile products have been exported to the European Union many decades from China and other Asian countries. Most of the easy textile and garment industries have been left Europe. Textile and garment industry needs a lot of human work and European labor cost is far too high for this. It's economically wise to import those products to the European Union than produce. 3. Clothes and footwear. Next stage from the raw garment and textile is to produce the clothes and footwear from them. This also very labor-intensive work and need cheap labor cost and cheap energy. Currently, many Western clothing brands are outsourcing their production to India. This is a great export opportunity for Indian companies. 4. Fruits. India has varied climate. In some areas fruits are growing very well. Bananas, kiwis, coconuts, pineapples, citrus are growing well, and also because of the low labor costs, those fruits are very cheap. Most of the European Union countries don't have enough sun for the tropical fruits, only the South European countries, like Spain has. But South European countries has also high labor costs which make growing the fruits expensive. 5. Tea and coffee. India is famous for the Indian black tea and also for the coffee. Indian climate is especially suitable for growing this kind of plants. India has naturally a lot of sun and enough rain which will make growing the tea and coffee very lucrative business. There is a very big demand for coffee by the Central and Northern European countries. Also, Germany, USA, Canada and even China has high demand for the coffee. 6. Rice. India is historically famous for the production of the rice. The European Union doesn't have a suitable climate for growing the rice. But EU is consuming a lot of rice, so this product can be exported to the European Union easily. The EU is importing different types of rice, like brown rice, long rice. India can grow all those types of rice and export to the EU. Biggest profit can be made if you pack the rice into the suitable packages, in small and handy packages to sell to EU. 7. Spices and herbs. India is well known for its spices around the world. In fact, already the first exporters and importers in the 15th century were exporting Indian spices to the current European territory. India's climate is favorable for the spices. Different Indian herbs have also the export potential to Europe. Herbs are expensive and are mainly used by European pharmacy companies, healthcare companies. A lot of the herbs are being used in tea industries. 8. Mustard and mustard oil. India is one of the biggest producers of mustard seeds. The biggest producers are Indian neighbor countries, like Nepal and Myanmar. Mustard needs special climate, and Indian climate is similar to Nepal. India has the big potential of expanding its mustard production and processing it to the mustard oil. Mustard oil is in the big demand in EU and USA for various purposes. So, This product also presents good export business opportunities for Indians. 9. Peanuts and nuts. Indian peanut thanaka is famous in Europe and all around the world. India is also the producer of peanut oil, and this oil has also potential in the EU and in other Asian countries. Roasted and salted Indian peanuts are good for export to the Western markets, and you are able to get a higher price, compare with the price what you can get on the local market. Salted and packaged peanuts can be also sold in online stores. Selling your products online is one of the easiest ways to start an export business from home. Exporting your products to overseas through getting customers online with your e-shop. This is really one of the greatest export opportunities in India now. 10. Vegetables. Some vegetables can be exported to EU market. There are still some vegetables what have green light in Europe. These vegetables can be exported to the European market with low restrictions: taro, bitter gourd, snake gourd, and eggplant. 11. Gems, precious metals. One of the greatest import-export business opportunities. India is rich of precious metals and gems. Big amount of the precious jewelry is made using Indian gems. This is a very lucrative business. India's jewelry, gems, and precious metals need to be exported to the wealthy European countries and to the other wealthy markets like Hong Kong, Singapore, China, and USA, Canada. India is also a great importer of diamonds. India imports rough diamonds in large quantities from USA. Indian companies process diamonds and re-export, some back to USA and also to other markets. However, need a bigger amount of capital. 12. Metal. India has low-cost energy what is required for producing the steel from the ore. Pipes from iron and steel are in high demand by EU. Also, metal plates, steel coils, metal beams, all those has export potential. Doing a metal export is a volume business, so exporters need to have the big amount of capital required for this business. 13. Heavy machines and equipment represents highly profitable import-export business opportunities. One step further from the raw metal production is the production of the heavy machines and equipment. This also one of the greatest import-export business opportunities for Indians now. Indian has very big potential in this category of products and can replace Chinese decreasing export. India can produce metalwork machines, ships, heavy machines, big engines and motors, turbines, boilers etc. 14. Spare parts for machines, equipment. If you have a factory of producing spare parts for machines and vehicles, then you are in great position for producing spare parts for European and American companies. European companies who are producing machines need some easy spare parts and details, produced in India. Your lesson is to find such a companies. There is very big demand for car spare parts, can produce and export to the European resellers. 15. Oil products and plastics. India has oil reserves and has big-scale oil industry. India itself needs oil products and oil-based liquids because of the big population and also because India has lot of vehicles with combustion engines. Still there exists an opportunity to export oil products such as base oils to the European oil industries which are in need of base oil to produce high-tech lubricants. Oil and plastic industries are based on the same natural resource and therefore there is also an opportunity for Indians to export plastic products to the European countries. European Union needs all kinds of plastics from PET to the PE. 16. Cables. For producing cables, you need oil to produce specific isolation materials and you also need metal. India is in a good position for producing cables all kinds of. Producing cables is usually intensive energy, and this also produces toxic exhaust gases and wastes. That's why in EU this production is very expensive. India has not so strict rules for this and can produce cables with low costs. 17. Furniture. Furniture category represents two kinds of import-export business opportunities for Indians. First, then original Indian style furniture. This is a great opportunity for Indian furniture producers. Your furniture can be exported to the Europe. 18. Paper. India has enough raw materials for producing quality paper and paper products. Paper production needs lot of energy and is harmful to the environment, and that's why in EU this kind production is not very attractive. China has been great paper exporter for a long time. Now India and other Asian countries can also take their bite. 19. IT and software. A huge service export business opportunity. If you are a software engineer, you will find this opportunity interesting. Europe is in great need of software and IT systems. In Europe, however, the salaries for software engineers are already too high, and there are lack of qualified software engineers. One option is to find IT work in Europe, and the second option is to export IT services to European companies. It is great to produce software in India, using Indian people, and sell it to European companies. 20. Indian paintings and arts. Indian art, including paintings, ornaments, decoratives, are special products for Europeans. In Europe, those products have high value, as some wealthy people want to use exotic arts to decorate their homes. Currently, India's exports of paintings and arts are still low. It is only 1% of the world. Paints export and import statistics. Total. 21. Stone slabs, one of the traditional export opportunities in India. India is rich in granite, marble, therefore, India can supply those precious natural stones to the whole world. Indians are also manufacturing quartz stone, engineered stone. Different stone slabs present great exporting opportunities. Stone slabs are being exported to UK, North Europe, and the USA. Western countries cut stone slabs into smaller size pieces, and manufacture countertops and other stone-made furniture parts, and are using those in interior design. Now, let us look what are best import business opportunities for Indians. 1. Wood, one of the greatest import business opportunities for Indians. Because Indians' building sector and real estate sector is booming, then this will create lots of export-import business opportunities. One is wood imports. Most of the Indian wood is not very well suited for building and furniture production. Traditionally, best type of trees for building and for inside decorations are growing in countries with a colder climate. Trees in cold climate have a harder structure, which makes those trees more suitable for the building sector. In the wood sector, the best way is to start as an export-import agent. North America and North and Eastern Europe, include Russia, are great resources for timber and lumber like spruce, pine, birch, aspen, and oak. Now importing wood from Europe to India and Asia general is a great way to make big money. 2. European food products, include different import-export business opportunities for Indians. In India as well as in China, the food safety is a serious problem, especially milk products, dairy and baby food. Because middle class in India is growing, then demand for quality imported food and beverage are increasing as well. Yogurts, milk powders for babies, baby instant food, cheese products has very high quality in Europe. In China, those are already good products for importing for a while. Now, this category also presents great import-export business opportunities. But before entering into this business, you should be aware of all safety standards related to importing food products into India. 3. European alcoholic drinks, include different import-export business opportunities for Indians. Similarly to the previous, demand for imported alcoholic drinks also depends on the size of the middle class. European wines from South Europe, German beer, ciders, cognac, and other types can present lucrative import business opportunity for Indians. Usually, alcoholic drinks have higher import duties and restrictions, so if you want to enter into this business, you need to make sure all the rules first. 4. Luxury brands, include different import-export business opportunities for Indians. In China, buying and using expensive Western brand means you are belonging to the high social class. This is a sign of status in China. Now there are occurring similar import business opportunity in India as well. But in this category, lots of frauds and counterfeit products exist. If import custom detects that you are importing counterfeit product, you may lose your products. Counterfeit product is cheap analog or imitation. What is an illegal product? 5. High technology products include different import-export business opportunities for Indians. As economy and industries are developing, then there is increasing demand for high technology. High technology is necessary to improve energy efficiency, productivity, lower pollutions, etc. High-tech machines, equipment, devices, vehicles, plants and complex systems, all these products can be imported into India because India itself doesn't have so highly developed technology yet. European high-tech engineering leader country is Germany. German engineering and high-tech products are top in the world. Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi are just a few examples of the level of technology in Germany. Now different kinds of technology related to environmental services, energy production, food processing, transportation, infrastructures can be imported into India. End users of such products are big-scale Indian production companies and factories. Here we are talking about millions to hundreds of millions of euros per one project. Potential profits are high. European multinational tech companies like Andritz AG, Valmet, are building power plants and factories in India and other developing countries. To make business in this field, you need big money, connections, and you need to be qualified to be successful in this field. Previous were some of the greatest import-export business opportunities for Indians and other developing nations now. We hope everyone finds something that resonates with you. We have online import-export training programs, online export-import courses, export-import business mentoring, consultation. Check it out here. exportimportpractical.com